How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys something that's pretty awesome in my opinion. SDS just released a crazy Signature Series card. I want to say it's called a Signature Series card. It is the Honus Wagner, the most expensive baseball card in the history of baseball cards, I guess, with 123 contact, 125 contact. The power is insane, has diamond fielding, 96 speed, literally plays everywhere. The one thing about this card is I don't know if anybody will be able to unlock him. You have to collect 50 rookies. You have to collect a bunch of each of these tier cards. If you go into the collections, we see the rookie, the breakout, the postseason, the all-star, different legends and flashbacks for each of these. You have to collect 60 breakout players as well. I just don't really know if all these cards are going to be able to be unlocked. I mean, throughout the year, yes. But at this moment in time, I mean, 80 all-star players. Some of these cards are throughout the team affinity as well. I know you're going to have to really grind the collections and grind the market for some of these as well. I mean, the prices are going to go up on a lot of these cards. I was just completely shocked that this is how you're going to be able to unlock 99 Honus Wagner. I think that that's an awesome addition to the game. I just wish that it would be a little bit easier to get this card, but at the same time, I mean, 99 Honus Wagner, the most expensive baseball card. You have to collect some hardware cards as well, 30 of these cards, and this is just pretty crazy to me. I mean, this is the largest collection I think we've ever had in MLB The Show in any game, really. I mean, I just recently completed the Willie Mays collection. I used about 800,000 stubs in order to do that, along with some of the other collections that I had. But, I mean, look at this. 60 Signature Series players. You get a ton of XP, a ton of stubs along the way for unlocking it, and you also get 50,000 stubs and 100,000 XP for actually redeeming that Honus Wagner. I just thought that this is insane. SDS continues to surprise everybody in the community, as well as, I mean, this is just awesome. I mean, absolutely amazing to see. This Bob Feller is one of the new pitchers that we see here. Definitely a solid pitcher all around. The control is what's lacking on that card. Good pitch repertoire there. 97 overall, Ozzie Smith. He hits lefties a lot better than I originally thought he would. I'm curious to see how this card's actually going to play. 99 fielding with that speed, great vision. This Hanley Ramirez card is another good card. 96 overall, Hanley, plays a variety of positions as well. I don't really think that this card will be usable if you have Honus Wagner, but definitely a good card, and I don't think that Wagner will be easy to get. But for the remainder of this video, some of these market adjustments are going to be made with all this new content coming out. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a backstory on how to make some stubs. There's different methods and different strategies in order to make stubs in this game. I haven't posted too many videos on how to go ahead and make stubs throughout the market, and now that we have this massive collection, people are going to be looking to make a lot of stubs. If you've invested in some of the players that you're going to have to lock in and haven't done so already, or you already have those players locked in and you have extra ones, go ahead and sell those. Those cards should go up at least a little bit in price for people that are trying to get somewhat of this Honus Wagner done. A portion of the collection finished. You have to collect 7 of those vouchers, so some people might be able to collect a few of them right now and then try and gather some along the way. But what I'm doing right now is pretty much buying these common pitchers and 64 overalls for 5 stubs. If you go ahead and do that, you can exchange them for a bronze player and then exchange some bronze players for a silver. You can do that to build your stubs up, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a different tip here. I'm going to be going ahead and exchanging as many 64s. It is going to equal 12 64 overall players gives you a bronze player. And if you do the math, if you buy 12 64 overalls for 5 stubs, that's going to be 60 stubs in total. And basically what I'm going to do is exchange these and hope that I get a solid bronze player. And for the most part, almost every single bronze player in this game is selling for more than 60 stubs. At the same time, it's not going to be the best way to make stubs very quickly. This will take some time to kind of put the buy orders in, but I recommend doing this as you, if you go to sleep or something, before you go to sleep, put some orders in for some of these cards, bronze tiers even. You can make some stubs just by buying them for 50 or 40 and then flipping them for triple the price. Throughout tax, I mean, yes, it's 100 stubs every time. It takes about 10 buy orders or sell orders to go through in order to make like 1,000 stubs, or a little bit less than that. But this is definitely a good strategy. I know that Trev Teeps is a market guru. This is something that he does all the time. He has over 10 million stubs, and I listen to a lot of the tips that he gives out as well. But there are definitely other ways to make stubs. You can find cards with a larger gap, but sometimes selling like diamond players and bidding on diamond players, you get outbid quite often. It seems like if you're just looking to kind of play the market slowly, this is the best way to go ahead and make a lot of stubs this way. In this video right here, I'm going to be making a few thousand stubs by just going through my inventory, buying and selling some of these players and flipping some of these cards. I went ahead and saw that D. Gordon had a pretty good gap. I mean, 4 times the buy now, or yeah, 4 times the buy now to the sell now. So that's definitely what I'm looking for, and you can kind of triple up on stubs after tax and everything. But this is just a quick tip, a quick little tip video to help you guys with some of these things. I also am going to be going over some other tips as well in this one, kind of just showing you guys what I'm doing. I mean, it didn't really take that long, few minutes, and I've already made a few hundred stubs. As you can see, that the buy orders and sell orders are going through as we speak, and I'm just kind of just sitting on the marketplace. I am just chilling on the internet, watching somebody stream, you know, at this time, and just playing the market, putting these orders up before I go to bed, and then trying to flip them when I wake up or the next day, go through the inventory later on. It's not something that you have to do immediately. Those cards aren't really going to lose their value and price. I'm just kind of just looking through my inventory now. I can always quick sell some of those diamonds or those gold cards after I've collected them. And that's another good thing about the exchange is once you lock those cards in for collections, you can exchange them. I'm not really sure. I don't think you can exchange the flashbacks or anything like that. In years past, you could. But, I mean, I had a couple Michael Brantleys. I tried to sell him for around 2K stubs. He didn't really sell, and his price dropped. I think he was just up on Inside Edge. That's another good tip. If you notice a player is doing really well in real life, and they're kind of up and down on Inside Edge, they've had a hot streak or a cold streak, pick those cards up when they're down on Inside Edge, and then sell them again when they are up on Inside Edge. It's definitely a good way to make stubs that way, and you can just basically it's just timing of when you buy and sell the players. And that's going to allow you to gain hundreds of stubs and continue on flipping the flipping process. So anyway, right here I'm going through some bronzes. The Marlins, just kind of go through each team individually, press R1, and just go through the inventory that way. Another good thing to do is quick sell all of your MLB stadiums that you have that are extras. You get 25 stubs for those. But some of these cards have even larger gaps than others. I mean, this is just a really nice way to put in low sell orders or buy orders and then sell them for a good amount of stubs this way. The Marlins are a good team to do this with. Some of the teams that don't really have the best live series players, like the Orioles initially were good to do this on earlier in the year. There's a few teams that have some pretty decent collection cards that you're going to necessarily need for this Honus Wagner, and some of these live series cards may even go up in price for some of those collections. I don't really know how the market's going to react to this Honus Wagner and some of these other signature series cards that have been released into the game, but I definitely am excited to see what happens, and I'm kind of just really just going through any cards I see that are decent players that have a decent price and just going through them. And this takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, I don't really do this religiously, but I do this every now and then to try and gain 1,000 or 2,000 stubs in like 10 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time. If I already have the orders up and they've sold, then I just go ahead and put them back on the market. And I mean, just take a look at all these bronze cards. The 74 overalls have pretty good gaps, and you can kind of make triple the stubs if you're lucky. I mean, if you wait a little bit or you sell them for just even like 120, something like that, they'll go quick. You'll be surprised how quickly some of these orders go, but you can triple up, double up on your stubs. It's a good way to do that. I've made quite a bit of stubs on the market this year, flipping diamond equipment, flipping different bat skins, stuff along those lines. Another good way to make stubs is to invest in players that you think have a potential to go diamond. I know Yasmani Grandal just recently got a downgrade on his fielding attribute, but he definitely has the stats to go diamond if he gets a little bit more of a boost in something else. Or, I mean, he has really low speed, so I don't really know if that's going to get upgraded. But things like that, if you're looking to make stubs that way, invest in players, of course, the roster update and everything like that. But there are also other ways to make stubs. As you can see here on this screenshot, I bought Ronald Acuna for $14,578, and then I flipped him for $1,700. I was able to get back about, I don't know, $15,500 after taxes or a little bit less, and I kind of made 1,000 stubs on just one flip. Here is another example of that as well. it might be the same type of screenshot, but I have done this multiple times with some of the home run derby cards. Different cards that you notice that have a good gap are the ones that you want to buy and sell. However, a lot of other people are also looking at the market, and they might outbid you. They might lower the price on the sell, or whatever the buy order is. They might underbid you and cut you off by a few thousand subs, and then you might lose some stubs that way. So I wanted to just kind of give you guys the safest way to build your stubs up. And as you can see at the top right there, 60 market transactions. This was only like after turning the game off, then the new content came out, I turned it back on, and boom, there we had some transactions completed. So another good way is with the equipment, like I was mentioning earlier. As we can see here, almost all of these equipment items are able to be bought through the sell order, and then, or the sell now, and then sold for a profit. Some of these items that are equipment items that a lot of people use on their creative player buy and sell a lot quicker, because people are wanting them on their creative player, wanting them to equip them and use those attribute boosts. So like things like the arm sleeve where there's only one diamond one, things like this bat grip where there's only one diamond, or catcher's gear. A lot of people have their catcher's or their creative player at catcher. So certain things like that, you are able to buy and sell these items to make a decent amount of stubs. This might help you unlock that Honus Wagner. I wish everybody the best of luck when they are trying to complete that collection. I know it's going to be extremely tough. I am going to try and complete it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how to make some stubs. I've seen a couple videos out there, and I just wanted to kind of give you my best way, and a lot of people have asked me as well to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time. Peace out.